welcome. I come to you today from the doorstep to Chhattisgarh. This is where Andhra Pradesh ends and Chhattisgarh begins. Over the next half hour, we'll be spending time in the heart of India's Red Corridor and how the state of Chhattisgarh is fighting the battle to vanquish the greatest internal security threat that India is facing, the Maoists. M. Seshaya, a former Sarpanch in Chintur Mandal in Andhra Pradesh, pointed out that where I stood is where India slips into the dark ages. His reference was to underdeveloped Chhattisgarh. इसके बाद बिल्कुल रोड बिल्कुल नहीं है।
बहुत खराब है, रोड अच्छे नहीं है। इधर जाने के लिए जगदलपुर या सुकमा जाने के 2-3 घंटा पकड़ा है। हमारे भद्राचलम जाने से आधा घंटा 1 घंटा में पकड़ रहे हैं।
तो आपने ये छत्तीसगढ़ वालों को बोला नहीं कि रोड ठीक करें? ये 5 साल पहले भी ऐसी था।
हाँ, ऐसे तो अब ये बोलने से भी नहीं कर रहा है। अभी कितना हम लोग एक गड्ढा गिरते जाते, हमारा तेल डालने से भगता, इधर कहाँ गड्ढा में गड्ढा में गिरता है।
Chhattisgarh is screening heat and dust, the heat of the war between the state and the Maoists, and dust that goes by the official name of National Highway 30. But ask the political class why South Chhattisgarh has fallen off the India map, and it will tell you that the villains of the Bimaru story are the Maoists, whose writ runs, if you believe Maoist sympathizers, in 70% of South Chhattisgarh, where Raipur can get inside only if heavily armed.
लेकिन मैं कह सकता हूं कि प्रत्यक्ष अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से 70% इलाके में रहने वाले जो ट्राइबल्स हैं, उन पर उनका कंट्रोल है।
यहाँ पे सरकार नहीं खुल के जा सकती।
सरकार जा सकती है, सरकार में इनसे कोई कलेक्टर और एसपी तो जा नहीं रहे हैं। जो भी सिपाही है वो तो जा रहा है गश्त में।
The government does not refute the claim. Move 10 kilometers off the non-existent national highway and you will find the parallel Sarkar of the Maoists takes over.
There are these parts of Sukma district in Konta where the administration is yet to actually go. There are like out of 57 Gram Panchayats in Konta, there are 10 to 15 Gram Panchayats still which are not accessible to us. So we don't actually go and...
They are actually governed by the Maoist Sarkar.
Yeah, definitely I can say that, but obviously we are not there.
The Maoist Sarkar, by the police's own admission, has at least 5,000 armed cadre with AK-47s and SLRs in the 7 districts of South Chhattisgarh. Over 20,000 sympathizers act as their eyes and ears. The Naxals have also formed regional political councils for every cluster of 10 villages, whose representatives, up to 14 in each village, are also armed with country-made weapons. Since landmines enroute an armed Naxal militia in most villages make the ground movement of the Indian state extremely risky, the aerial route is the preferred mode of transport. I accompany a group of CRPF commandants and Chhattisgarh police officers flying from Sukma to Kistaram over the Chintagufa forest range. We are taking off from Sukma and we'll be flying all the way to Kistaram. Now what is special about Kistaram is that there is no road connectivity to Kistaram, and for the police forces who have to travel from Sukma or anywhere in Chhattisgarh to Kistaram, they have to travel all the way via Telangana. We'll give you an idea about how difficult this entire terrain in South Chhattisgarh is through this journey. You could say we are flying over Naxalgarh. This is that part of Chhattisgarh that India is trying to grab back from the Maoists. Cops stationed at the Kistaram police camp can be moved out or sent in only via chopper, like this ill constable who has to be taken back to Sukma for medical aid. Which is why the emphasis is on taking the fight and the black tops into remote Maoist dens. This platoon of the CRPF in Kunta is travelling to provide security to contractors, risking their life to clear the forest to build a road. We are now travelling with members of the 217 Battalion of the CRPF, which is stationed in Kunta in South Chhattisgarh. And this is the manner in which members of the CRPF usually go in for patrolling as well as area domination.
Apart from the security, we dominate these villages all around because...
So before they come in, you dominate the villages to ensure that there is no Naxal presence.
Exactly. And we ensure that because the Naxalis have many times tried their best to cut the road and obstruct the road construction work.
But the road into interior villages is not always a welcome development for the tribals.
If roads are only made to bring in camps, and with the camps come their harassment, they are not able to go from the main road because immediately you have to register where you're going, what you're doing. So they take the jungle route. And once they take the jungle route, there are security forces which are doing a searching. So there they are caught because they feel that they are, because they are in the forest, they must be Maoists.
The government, however, insists the road is the first step for the administration to wean people away from the Naxal embrace.
I talk to them that if you do not build roads or if you cut the roads, the ambulance which is meant for providing health services will not reach you up to you in time, or else I will not be able to come, my officers will not be able to come, and whatever you demand I will not be able to provide you in time. In that way actually I try to win them.
In the past many weeks, the eyeball-to-eyeball confrontation between the security forces and the Naxals has resulted in fatalities on both sides. With death in these parts often at kissing distance, Chhattisgarh swears by Mission 2016 to wipe out the Red Corridor.
मिशन 2016 के तहत दरभा क्षेत्र को पूर्ण रूप से नक्सल मुक्त करना हमारा उद्देश्य रहा है.
War zone Bastar remains the most tragic land in the heart of India, a land that is at war with itself. Travelling through Bastar in South Chhattisgarh, one would get the feeling that the state is practically absent. Instead, it has outsourced its work to the CRPF, whose heavily fortified camps like these you find every 5 kilometers in this region. In Kunta town, I meet Sai Srinivas, a government employee. The 4-letter word fear defines Srinivas like many others in these parts.
उन खिलाफ बोल नहीं सकते, किसी खिलाफ में बोलना ही नहीं. जे अपन एम्प्लॉई सर और क्या है फील्ड में जाते हैं, अपन किसी का जान का खतरा हो सकता है. ऐसा तो किसी पक्ष पर बोलना ही नहीं है, इसीलिए हम लोग इसमें न्यूट्रल रहते हैं, किधर भी बात नहीं करते हैं हम लोग.
आदिवासी अंदर के गांव वाले पूरा हर थाना में जमा हो गए. काफी लोग अभी 10% है, 90% वापस चले गए. अब ये कैसा है, वो लोग आएंगे, हम लोग कुछ भी देंगे तो पुलिस दबाव देती है तुम्हारे नक्सल लिया है, और वो लोग आते हैं तो वो बोलते हैं कि तुम पुलिस के साथ हो, तो हो सकता है उसमें कई लोगों को मर्डर होता है. अभी भी हुआ है नारायणपुर तरफ, ऐसा होता है, वो चलता ही है यहाँ.
No Neta steps out without an armed guard.
कोशिश हुआ है.
किस तरह का कोशिश?
हमारे घर को घेरने का, पीछे से फायरिंग करने का, और भी जब हम लोग जाते थे गश्त में रैली लेके, वहाँ पर भी हमारे रैली के ऊपर हमला हुआ था.
The war between the state and the outlaws has taken its toll on Gen Next as well. These boys are children of tribals who cannot go to school because their educational spaces have been blown up by Maoists. So they are put up in residential schools like this one in Dornapal, away from their families.
नस्ली द्वारा मना ये क्या जा रहा है कि पढ़ो मत, 5वीं पढ़ने के बाद उसको मना कर रहे हैं कि हमारे पास ग्रुप में पहुंच जाओ, स्कूल तोड़ना ये करना, तो बच्चा इसलिए नहीं पढ़ पा रहे हैं सर.
As Chhattisgarh prepares for a fight to the finish, Mission 2016 is likely to see more areas than ever before free from Maoist terror. But as India battles India, the worry is about the collateral damage this bloodshed will lead to. Bastar saw red this February. Articles written by journalist Malini Subramaniam in the website Scroll, in which she chronicled human rights violations by the forces, were not palatable to the powers that be. Things came to a head and a quit Chhattisgarh diktat was shoved in her face. Malini fled Jagdalpur, her home, for 3 years to Hyderabad. The state, Malini says, used both devious methods and its brute power to intimidate, threaten and push her out.
Basically, the landlord was forced to get us out of the house, and because he gave us a notice saying jald se jald aap khali kariye, and he kept saying that, look, I'm sorry I have to do this, I understand you, but I'm being asked to ask you to vacate.
Anti-Maoist groups that enjoyed the support of the Chhattisgarh police labelled Malini a Maoist supporter. Which is part of one such group, in whose book people like Malini are outsiders in Chhattisgarh, were siding with the enemy. This is the national versus anti-national debate playing out in the theatre of Bastar. At the receiving end in Chhattisgarh are journalists, lawyers and human rights activists.
जी बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल यहाँ के लोग यहाँ की परिस्थितियों के बारे में जानते हैं, बाहर से आए हैं, यहाँ की परिस्थितियों के वो लोग अवलोकन नहीं कर रहे हैं अभी तक।
A no-entry board was also put up for lawyers Isha Khandelwal and Shalini Gera of the Jagdalpur Legal Aid Group, who have been providing free legal assistance to Adivasi villagers since July 2013. Like Malini, both were asked to leave their home by their landlord after he was called in for police questioning.
Currently, there is a very hostile atmosphere towards us in all of Bastar district. And as I said, we are still trying to figure out what the conditions are under which we could operate over there. The need and necessity for human rights observers is very great in those areas. There are a lot of, as I said, there are a lot of human rights atrocities happening over there which need to be documented in order that they may actually be stopped, and legal processes may actually be restarted over there.
The apprehension is that the plan is to cut the lines of communication to this war zone and wage a war without witnesses, where the outsiders will be kept out and the locals forced to fall in line.
Local people are so scared and also very vulnerable for that matter. We had an option to pack our bags and leave. The same kind of pressure I don't think the local people can deal with. Speaking, if you are based out of there, it is difficult to speak out, and that is what they are trying to do. That during this entire process of clearing out, they do not want any observers or witnesses to stay there.
Manish Kunjam, who was one of the Maoist-backed mediators when Sukma district collector Alex Paul Memon was abducted by Naxals in 2012, too would have met Malini and Isha's fate if it was not for his decision to keep his head down.
किस सीमा तक बात करना है, कहां तक बात करना है, कहां बात नहीं करना है, क्या बात नहीं करना है, वो सब हम लोग को बहुत सोच के बात करना पड़ता है।
और अगर आप संभल के बात नहीं करते हैं तो उसका क्या नतीजा हो सकता है, पुलिस की तरफ से या माओवादियों की तरफ से?
दोनों तरफ से नतीजे गंभीर हो सकते हैं, दोनों तरफ से नतीजे गंभीर हो सकते हैं, इसलिए हमको बहुत सोच के बात करना पड़ता है।
In Kunta, I meet Hari Singh of Dainik Bhaskar newspaper. Aware that he has no Hyderabad or Delhi to escape to, this journalist with 35 years experience has made peace with his shrinking journalistic space.
वही सर, सरकार का अनुकूल लिखना है, वो एग्नेस्ट लिखने से थोड़ा दबाव गिरेगा करके
ये डर रहता है
जी
कि मनस्थिति कैसी यहाँ पे पत्रकारिता करने में किस तरह की दिक्कतें आती हैं।
Even young journalists like Satish, working in small towns like Kunta and Sukma, have realized that the pen or the mic is no match for guns from either side.
दायरा सेट नहीं किया गया, लेकिन सेट हो गया है। मतलब अब जो हालात बने तो हम लोग भी एक मानसिकता सेट हो जाती है, चलो ठीक है, इतने हम अपने को ये लिखना है, ये ज़्यादा ये सब नहीं करना है, क्योंकि कुछ हालात ही ऐसे बन गए। चाहे वो हमारे 2 पत्रकार लोग को मार दिए नक्सली, या कहीं ना कहीं कुछ जो आरोपी लग रहे हैं कि 2-4 पत्रकार को पुलिस भी जेल में डालती है, तो माइंड अपने आप सेटअप हो गया है लोगों का।
काम पर असर पड़ता ही है। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे भी जिम्मेदारी लेने को तैयार नहीं होता। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जब अगर कहीं हम किसी चीज़ में फंस जाए तो हमारे जो संगठन है वो भी हमको साथ नहीं देता है। और बहुत सारी चीज़ों में क्या है, काम करते हैं, घर से भी प्रेशर रहता है। एक ये बात सही है कि दायरा बना हुआ है हमारे क्षेत्र में काम को लेकर।
Journalist Farooq Ali is the admin of a WhatsApp group called Atank Mukt Bastar or Terror Free Bastar, and he's unapologetic about the journalism he does.
अगर नक्सली गलत कर रहे हैं तो पुलिस अच्छा काम कर ही रही है, स्वाभाविक सी बात है। तो इसलिए हम पुलिस के खिलाफ कभी नहीं बोलते।
The police say the public does not want anyone to espouse the cause of the Maoists.
It is not the police that is saying. It is the people of the Bastar region who is actually voicing there, who earlier you never used to voice their concerns, or they used to actually like just lie low by not voicing their concerns of a peaceful Bastar. Nowadays the people are raising their voices, so that is a very good phenomena.
The police with more boots on the ground are pushing the Maoists on the back foot, at least on paper. Since September, after the rains, the Maoist head count is up tak 56. But of the 40 killed in January and February 2016, the Maoists own up to only 8 of them as their cadre, identifying the rest as innocent villagers. This means either the Maoists are not speaking the truth, or the cops are pasting the label of a Maoist on any Adivasi and pulling the trigger. At this police station in Sukma, I meet a group of 6 people, introduced to me as Maoists who have surrendered. Kunjam Lakma tells me life in the Maoist ranks frustrated him and hopes the police will safeguard him. With close to 500 surrenders in the last 6 months, the Chhattisgarh police have attempted to showcase disillusionment in the red ranks.
मेडिकल में था सर, डॉक्टर में था।
और कौन से एरिया में काम करते थे?
नागरा मेलोस में। नागरा मेलोस।
तो सरेंडर करने से आपको क्या फायदा है?
क्या फायदा, बहुत परेशानी था सर।
क्या परेशानी?
हमेशा मीटिंग बुलाना, इधर जाना, घर का काम कभी नहीं करते थे, बहुत परेशानी थी हम।
तो कितने साल रहे?
2 साल किया सर।
2 साल। तो वहाँ पे शामिल क्यों हुए?
यहाँ पे मैं
माओवादियों के साथ शामिल क्यों हुए?
उन्हीं लोग बुलाए सर, ऐसा काम करना बोल के बताए तो डॉक्टर में था।
तो अभी आप बाहर आएंगे तो वो आपको टारगेट नहीं करेंगे? आपको मारेंगे नहीं?
मारेंगे सर।
चितलनार के 7 लोग हैं और इसमें पहली बार तुलसी डोंगरी।
The police are, however, accused of fudging numbers. In 2014, the cops claimed 421 surrenders. 316 of them were rejected by Raipur. In 2015, out of the 327 cases, only 36 have been approved, a charge the cops on the ground refute.
Pepping up numbers doesn't actually like boost up my career or like give me some medals or.
To counter the police propaganda of weakness in the red ranks, the Maoists too have redefined their communication strategies, staging plays like these in the villages, where Naxals play the parts of political leaders in New Delhi and Raipur, ridiculing them. Chhattisgarh is at war, but India has turned a deaf ear to the gunshots and the cries from the heart of India. That's it then in our journey through India's red corridor, war zone Bastar. Do write in to let us know what you thought of this special report. With camera person Damodar, this is T.S. Sudhir in Bastar in South Chhattisgarh for India Today.